Hello. Sorry about the poor lighting. Um, I'm in the my back bedroom. It's kind of late, like, well, not super late. It's going on 8 o'clock. But the title of this video, uh, it just popped into my head from that Drake album. If you're reading this, it's already too late. Yeah, if you're watching this, it's already too late. If you haven't realized or noticed already, which I doubt most people will even care or realize, but I have deactivated my Facebook. I have deactivated my Instagram. They're the only two social media accounts, aside from YouTube, which I don't really consider social media, that I have, that I had. So I deactivated them. Um, I did this because um, I told myself at the beginning of this year, 2019, um, that I was going to stay off Facebook more. And because I really was a Facebook addict. And I've done that, but lately I've been on Facebook more, not as involved, but like I'll get on and scroll for a little while. And basically, being on Facebook has put a strain on my emotions. As some of you may or may not know, Robert and I have been struggling to have children. And I can't do Facebook or Instagram anymore, or at least not right now. I don't know if I'll go back to them anytime soon or at all, but I can't do Facebook and Instagram right now because every time I turn around, it's somebody's pregnant, somebody's having a baby, and I'm just sick of it. I know people will probably think I'm crazy if they're watching this, but I'm not crazy. I am in a sane state of mind. I am done with the whole concept of God right now. Yes, I work at a Christian daycare, but that doesn't mean I believe in God. We do prayer and pledges to the Christian flag, to the Christian Bible. We, pray and do stuff like that. And we read Bible stories. I can easily go through the motions. That's not hard. I am going through the basically the hardest thing I've had to go through emotionally up until this point in my life. And I'm about to be 29 years old. So I've never gone through anything this emotionally taxing as trying to have a baby, something that I thought would be so simple, and it's not. And to see everyone else around me, people that have done better than me, people that have done worse than me, have kids, it's kind of annoying. And being a Christian just isn't viable for me right now. I think for me, I'm not atheist. I don't not believe in God, but I'm sitting very heavily in an agnostic spot right now where if something were to happen, if somebody really changed my mind and something miraculous happened, then yeah, I'd probably believe in God and a higher power. I don't totally not believe in God, but I don't totally believe in him either. So basically, that's where I'm at. I'm an agnostic. I don't totally, like I said, I don't totally think God's not real, but it's just not a convincing story for me anymore, to be quite honest. I have lived my entire life as a Christian. I've always gone to church. I've tried to become more and more dedicated over the years, but it's hard to stay dedicated to being a Christian when you have done everything to your ability to be involved, to read your Bible, to go to Bible study, to pray, to tithe. And the one thing I'm like, please, Lord, I pray for hasn't happened. Robert and I have been married 5 years. And for most of those 5 years, we've been trying to have a kid. Hasn't happened. But while we were dating, We were dating from 2009 to 2014. We got married in 2014. When we were dating, we probably could have easily had a kid. But after we got married, Robert had diabetes, and that really messed up his body, and it's become difficult. So for me to do the best I can and be the best person I can, and it's kind of like getting this crap thrown in my face. Like every time I see someone else is pregnant, someone else had a baby, it's kind of like, this is the thanks I get. I have tithe. I have gone to Bible stores. I've hosted Bible studies. I've done everything I can do to try and better myself and be a better Christian and be a better steward and be the hands and feet of the church. And this is how I get thanked. So I'm like, maybe it's not a God thing. Maybe this is just the way life is. Maybe this is just the way the universe is. And there is no real proof of a God. This is just how things are. People get crapped on, and you can be as good or as bad as you want to be. It's just people get dumped on. And it's as simple as that. You know, I mean, I don't feel like I am any different than I was before. People may think of me differently now that I say I'm agnostic or I'm not really a Christian, but it hasn't hurt me none to not read my Bible, to not go to church. The same pain I felt in church when we couldn't have a baby, the same pain I felt praying to God when we couldn't have a baby is the same pain I feel now. So what's the difference? Why go to church and be around people like, oh, it'll be all right. I don't need you to pat me on my back because I know it won't be all right because this is life and it's not always all right. I have a friend, I'm not going to say her name, but she hasn't been able to have a kid. I don't know her religious backgrounds exactly, but she can't have a kid. So what am I to do with that? What if we really can't have kids? Robert is planning to go see a specialist, and hopefully the specialist will work. But even if the specialist, is able to help Robert, that doesn't guarantee that we'll still be able to have a kid. It could still be difficult. So what's the point of being a Christian if being good or bad didn't even matter in the end? It really didn't. There are people who, like I said, have done worse than me. There are people who have done better than me. And those same people have children. People who I know in high school were very promiscuous. People who I know were very kind, other Christians, have kids. So it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad, Christian or not Christian. It's just life. And am I open to a higher power? Sure. Do I really believe in one at this point anymore? Not really. And I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. It's just how it is. I don't, sorry, I know I keep moving. My legs are kind of itchy, but I'm not crazy. I'm in my right state of mind. And I have full power over my thoughts and my mind and my ability to change my mind. I can change my mind about whatever I feel anytime. And I feel that I'm agnostic. So it is what it is. I'm just over seeing all the baby posts on Facebook and Instagram. I'm done. And I had a conversation with my mother about, my feelings and how I feel about all this. And I reached out to someone in the church. I didn't reach out to someone. I reached out to the church. And I was hoping to get a response. Well, I did get a response. Let me take that back. I emailed the church about my situation. I got a response from someone saying, hey, what's going on? What's up? I let the person know over email what the exact details of the situation was, and then never got an email back. No one got in contact with me. It's been at least 3 weeks now. And I poured out my heart in this email and was really hoping that someone would contact me and say, oh my gosh, let's meet up. Let's talk about how you feel. And obviously, they don't have time for me. So why am I wasting my time? And this is the exact thing. Like, I don't like to tell people my feelings. I don't want to reach out and disturb someone, because at the end of the day, to reach out for someone and go, oh, well, maybe someone in the church can help me. I don't have time for my crap. And that's just really how I feel. Like, obviously, if me sending an email and trying to speak with someone and they don't even email me back, and that's like their job to do that, I guess the person in the email, they weren't trying to be rude by it, but I don't think they intended to not email me back on purpose. But it's kind of hurtful. Like I said, it feels like, oh, they don't obviously have other bigger things going on than my little personal thing. And, oh, if I need help that badly, I guess I'll just, go to the church. But why would I want to do that? So reaching out to someone in the church, yeah, not happening. Tried that and it didn't work. So I have no intention to go back to church, because that's just another place where I feel attacked, honestly. Like, and I know people will say, oh, well, this is exactly what the devil wants. The devil wants you to be lonely, and the devil wants you to feel these things. Okay. And God wasn't fixing them. God wasn't fixing my problem. God hasn't helped me to have a baby. So was he supposed to stop the devil from making me feel lonely and upset and depressed and not believe in God? Like, if that was the whole thing, oh, well, the devil's just trying to get you away from church and from Jesus, and the devil has you exactly where he wants you. Okay, if that's the case, then like, God, come save me. Is that the thing? Is it? Or I have to go to church and go to God and go, please, please, God, help me, save me. I've been doing that. I've been praying and pleading and begging to God to help me, to save me, to give me strength to get through this situation with not being able to have a baby. Nothing's changed. So I honestly, like, well, whatever. I don't care. I don't even halfway believe there's a devil. I feel like at this point too, I feel more spiritual than I do religious. There are a lot of things that in the past, I didn't think too much into, that now I'm like, maybe I should give that a second thought. Like, horoscopes. I don't really buy into horoscopes and tarot cards and palm readings, but sometimes some stuff that I see and some stuff that I hear, it kind of makes you go, things that make you go, you know? And I think this massive universe we live in, we live within this delicate universe, and the slightest thing can mess something up or throw something off. And I think it's easier to believe in spirits, and people have a spiritual body and a soul and everything like that, and certain things give off certain energies, but to believe in a god and a devil, I haven't seen proof of that. Stuff happens. There are miracles every day, but a miracle can also be a really nice coincidence too. So, I mean, I think at this point, even if Robert and I were able to have a kid later on down the line, I don't even think it would matter much. I don't think I'd go, oh, thank you, God, we finally had a baby.